Hey, how's everybody doing? Oh my goodness, I have been moving through a lot of, I don't know, emotion, which, can be very uncomfortable. For instance, I was looking at my taxes for last year, and I don't know how transparent I want to be, but it's pretty sad. So I was looking at my income, and yeah, it was really, really low. And I'm laughing, but it's basically to keep from crying. And it's crazy because I tried to do the plug in the numbers for the tax, filing my taxes, and it said initially that I owed more money, and I was like, really? I mean, like, I made so little money and you want more? Are you freaking kidding me? Anyways, that's just my interesting point of view. So I think I got sad because I'm like looking at where I've come from, and it's like, it's not where I'm going, but yeah, I've lived through a lot of heavy energy, a lot of lack, a lot of density, a lot of sadness, a lot of grief. And when I tap into it or look at it, it brings up emotion. But it's part of what I came here to do on the planet, is to break these generational curses, and it was not an easy path at all. I had to actually feel it and move through it and experience it, and so that's it's a lot of heaviness, a lot of sadness, a lot of grief. And I want to be very authentic and transparent in my what I put out there in the world. And it's been a ride, and I'm kind of in between worlds right now. So I'm in between the old world and the old identity, and what was what I lived in for all of my life, and yet I'm in this it's kind of a void period, or a rest period, or a pause, a life pause. How fun is that? And I'm encouraged to rest and all of that, but it's like, oh my goodness, I'm so ready to jump into my new life and abundance and infinite possibilities. It's just so it's what I aspire to, what I desire. Anyways, just wanted to talk about how we can tap into certain stories of our old life, or even our current life. And it can just get us into that energy of sadness and heaviness and grief, and then we got to pull ourselves out of it. Emotion isn't bad. It's uncomfortable, especially if it's negative emotion. It's uncomfortable, but it's just emotion. It's just energy in motion, right? So if we allow ourselves to actually feel it rather than deny it or stuff it or suppress it, it actually moves through us quite quickly if we allow it. It's the resistance to it that's the trigger. I mean, that the resistance to it is what gets it stuck. And then we experience it longer than if we were just to allow ourselves to feel it. So that's one aspect that I wanted to kind of highlight today. And the other thing that was coming up in the last day or so is how we allow ourselves to be disrespected. And, you know, for people who have been in abusive or narcissistic, controlling type relationships, you know, starting in childhood, that's where it starts, you know, it's hard to stand up for yourself. It's hard to recognize when you're being disrespected. You may feel it, you may feel the discomfort of it, but you may not recognize it as disrespect, or you may not know what to do about it, you know? So being able to stand up for yourself and command respect is an achievement, especially if you've never been taught how to do that, if you've been taught like the contrary of that. And so I just wanted to bring up the point of why we allow disrespect in our life. Excuse me. Well, in my experience and what I've learned is that, you know, it's basically a fear. It's a fear of loss. You know, if you truly stand up for yourself, you fear being abandoned. So it's the fear of losing or losing a relationship, even if it is detrimental to you. You know, if it's the only thing you know or the only thing you have, you know, you fear losing it. And so you may allow or just endure certain types of disrespect. It's fear of losing love, really. You know, it's fear of losing the relationship. So everything that we do that's, you know, detrimental to our well-being is out of fear. It's really out of fear. That's what it is. Fear of losing people, fear of losing love. So the more that we can come into the awareness that we are worthy and that we deserve respect, and we can start setting those boundaries and saying, hey, this is what I need. This is no longer okay. You can't speak to me this way. You can't treat me this way. And I will not allow it. And, you know, until you know how to behave, you will not have access to me. I'm removing myself from this scenario. So you have to be able to let go and detach. That's the only way that you can establish the boundaries that are necessary for your own self-respect. Because if you don't respect yourself, then nobody else will. And so it takes a great amount of strength and courage to be able to do that when you've never been taught those skills. So anyways, I will leave it there. I am also like assisting others in enabling them to see that they are worthy and step into their power. And you have any need for assistance, please reach out. Leave a comment below, and yeah, you can reach me on Facebook. I have a Facebook page at Kathy Jackson, Self-Empowerment Coach. And I think I'll leave it there for today. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and love and light to you. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.